From Gloucester County College, Comcast Sports presents District 29 Wrestling. Tonight it's the Consolation Finals, or Consolations, of District 29. Hi everybody, with Nick Mitcho and Reid, I'm John Mondelli, and start with Brian. An interesting afternoon of wrestling in the semifinals. West Deptford and Paulsboro, a good showing for both of those teams.
Oh, absolutely, John. It's been a great day of wrestling. Paulsboro, it's not often that you have a district tournament where you have a Group 3 state champion and a Group 1 state champion within that same tournament, along with a very powerful Kingsway team. Clearview looks like they pushed their normal studs through the first couple rounds here, and it should be a great evening of wrestling. We're really looking forward to it.
Let's talk about that West Deptford team. You had a chance to follow them all this year. Just a terrific season after a so-so season last year.
Oh, absolutely. I think Coach Ross brought a new enthusiasm to the program, and he really brought it out on the mat this year with these young men. The freshmen that came up at 103 and 112, they each had about close to 20 wins between them. And then Jimmy Rollins, I guess, was the mainstay. Still hasn't lost in 2 years. And then there were some unsung heroes, Scotty Drinkhouse, Chris Armstrong, and especially our heavyweight, who I saw was Carrier Post Wrestler of the Week, and Matt Balistrieri at heavyweight, who we'll see tonight in the finals. So West Deptford really had a tremendous year, and I don't really think that the people around the state really thought that they had much of a chance to win the Group 3s, but they took it to them on the mat, and it's really great to see.
Okay, Nick, the premier match in the semifinals was 140 pounds, Jared Vallejo and Gray Cross. What a match that was.
John, it was a great match. Jared Vallejo knocked off the #1 seed Cross. Really important now for Cross to come back and win in this consolation match and make it to the regional tournament.
You've been in a lot of big matches in your life. You've lost in the semifinals and regions before. How tough is it to come back?
Well, at first it's really hard to come back, but yet you get a couple hours, get your head together, get something in your stomach. You don't want to eat too much, but it's tough to come back. But I think once you get focused and realize that if you do take a third, you can go to the regional tournament, and there have been some third place people do very well in the Region 8 tournament. So Cross isn't out of it yet.
Okay, Paulsboro, West Deptford, both of those teams won state titles. But Deptford, Kingsway, Clearview, those three schools made a good shoving so far in this tournament.
Well, it's going to be a fight right now between Kingsway, Clearview, and West Deptford for second, third, and fourth place. And I think there's going to be a lot of pride in that fight. We're going to see right now what happens.
A lot of interesting wrestling to come. We'll have all the action coming up next, right here on Comcast. And welcome back to Gloucester County College for Consolations of the District 29 tournament. And at 112 pounds, it's Greg Koss of Clayton and John Weber of Clearview Regional High School. John Mondelli with Reid, and a little bit later on, Nick Mitcho will bring us some of the other matches in the consolation. Right now, we're scoreless 18 seconds in, and Brian, there's two programs, Clearview and Clayton, both successful, both making it into the playoffs in the last couple of years, two programs that have really come on.
Absolutely, John, especially with the Clayton program. Here we go. At the Clayton program, 3 years ago you never heard of them, and now they're loaded up with 14 strong weight classes. Each one of their fellas here, Greg Koss, is 22-4 this year. Not a shabby record. And right now he's battling for his life to get that berth to Apsagami next week. So, in regard to the Clearview situation, Clearview lost a couple guys early in the year through transfers and injuries and things of that nature. But the last 7 or 8 years down there, they've done a terrific job.
Of course, Clearview is coached by John Marinelli, and Clayton, Dan Antonelli, a graduate of Delsea Regional High School. 102 into the first period. Koss with a 2-1 lead on Weber. And earlier today, just to show you how these two wrestlers got here, Koss was pinned by Ryan O'Hara, who's been doing that to a lot of wrestlers recently, in 2 minutes and 47 seconds, and Weber with a pin in, Weber lost by fall to Myers of Pittman in 3:08. So 2-1 in favor of Koss of Clayton High School. And Koss in on the leg.
There's a big 2-point takedown from Mr. Koss. And that makes it 4-1 with 19 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Yeah, I know with the Clayton, the only thing and you can't question schedules. Everybody questions schedule. This high school schedule is not tough enough. That high school is too tough. They talk about how Sterling, which isn't in this district, but in our area in the Colonial Conference, how tough their schedule is. And Clayton, some people might say, wrestles a weak schedule. But these kids show up every night and they come ready to go.
I had a chance to talk to Dan Antonelli when they wrestled Glassboro earlier in the year, and he said he is trying to beef up the schedule. He knows it's got to get stronger. It is a growing program, so we'll see what happens there. Koss is a senior, by the way, 22-5 this year, 55-24 for his career. Was the champion in the Palmyra Christmas tournament in the 1998 Delsey Christmas champion. So not bad.
I see John Weber was 14-6 this year. He took the down position. He's looking to get an escape here. He's got that escape. So we're looking at 4-2 as they go out of bounds, get a restart.
And the only other time these two wrestlers met, Weber defeated Koss 9-8. So that was a high-scoring match. We're 4-2 right now into the second period.
Yeah, they look to be very evenly matched, these two fellows. Similar builds. Playing the outside edge. Koss in on a double. Looks like he might run out of room. Weber's fighting him off with a crossface. If they hang right there, you might get a stalemate, John.
Koss's strength is on his feet. That's what he told us, so we'll see how he is on his feet. Weber likes to use his legs, so he's got to get his man down to get those legs in there.
He's on a deep single. He's got to turn that corner. Weber's trying to fight him off.
130-pound.
The crossface. Weber's doing a nice job of fighting him off. If he himself can get that crossface, turn that corner. He's trying to short drag. He's got to get the hips out. And there's a 2-point takedown for Koss. That makes the score 6-2 with 45 seconds remaining here in period number 2.
Koss obviously the aggressor in this match.
140 pounds.
Sure looks like he wants to take a trip, and I believe it's Tuesday night, isn't it, John, for the Absegami starting rounds?
Yes, it is. Next 2 weeks really big in high school wrestling. These 3 weeks, districts, regions, and the state tournament. You've been through it. Your son wrestled at West Deptford, was a district champ last year. I believe a region runner-up, right?
He placed 3rd in regions as a junior. Then he was 4th last year as a senior. He lost in the Consolations, but he did have an opportunity to go to Atlantic City. He had a lot of fun doing it.
Well, we're coming down to the final 5 seconds, a 6-3 lead for Koss. Trying to get one more takedown before the end of the period, but he's going to run out of time.
That'll wrap it up. Period number 2. It's 6-3 in favor of Greg Koss.
For the medal presentations, which will take place.
And he is in the down position.
Final bout this evening.
And there we see Dan Antonelli. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's quite all right. Unfortunately for the young man from Clearview, Koss is on the bottom. I think he's going to. Normally, you might let him go and get to an even point in the points, but he's going to have to ride him and see if he can't get some back points here, which can cause some problems. Koss has got a leg. He's got his reversal. Makes it 8-3. Wait a minute. No call yet. He calls it a escape for Greg Koss. Makes the score 7-3. These guys are so fast and you're getting at such a level of wrestling. Moves happen so quickly, you have to wait that extra second or two before you can give a call. And that was an accurate call.
Coach Weber is also a soccer player, so he went from one season into the other. And a lot of these schools in Gloucester County, you see a lot of the kids play more than one sport because there's a lot of small schools, a lot of Group 1 and Group 2 schools. I know Clearview is a Group 3, but A lot of the smaller schools in Gloucester County, so a lot of these kids have to play 2 sports, and there once again on his feet, Koss in on the leg.
Weber trying to fight him off. He's looking, this is a position where and he's not able to do that. 2-point takedown for Greg Koss. He looks like he's in total control of this match right now, John. Oh, Eric. He's on his back. Got him in trouble. He fights it off nicely, and out of bounds they go. 47 seconds remaining, period number 3. 9-3, favor Greg Koss.
And Brian, what's interesting, I mean, within a 2-month period, how Koss can lose to Weber and then look so good the second time out.
It's incredible. You know, the nerves are, you're just on edge. You don't sleep at night. I know with my son, you go from one match to the next, and you can't eat. You got to watch your meals. You're worried about. You can only take him at this point one match at a time, one move at a time. It's incredible. And some guys need that 1 or 2 matches to get themselves geared up to that position where they're at their peak and at their best. There are people every year that come out of that third, to get in that 3rd place in Consolations, and they do quite well at the region level and at the state level.
13-5, he had a takedown and escapes. Koss is in control in the final 5 seconds of this 112-pound match, and he's going to win and advance to Absegami.
The Clayton fans are on their feet as they advance one of their wrestlers at 112 pounds. That's a big move for their program, and that's exciting for them. Well done by these 2 fellas. Unfortunately, Mr. Weber goes home for the year, but I'm sure he'll be hitting the camps and getting back to his soccer and staying in shape and come back next year ready to go.
Okay, I see another wrestler from Clayton as we go to 119. It's John Smith, a senior from Clayton. 21-5 this year, 42-15 for his career. Matt Austin from Pittman, a junior. 6-3 this year, 25-19 for his career. Last year, an impressive 17-7 record. He's been injured most of the year. Last year wrestled at 125, and he's at 119 this year. Also a soccer player. And that Pittman soccer program, by the way, advanced to the state finals this year, so he's tasted success.
Absolutely. I watched John Smith in the semifinal against P.J. Ryan. And actually the match, even though he lost by fall, for the first period and a half, he did a nice job with the young man. I think this is a kid with a pretty good future. 20-4 for his season this year, his record. So I think his size and strength, and he can fight off, with that strength, he can fight off singles and doubles. And this young man looks like he's, if he can get by this round, he could go on from here, because P.J. Ryan is a returnee, and you got the undefeated Jimmy Rollins in there at that weight. So
there we see Antonelli, and another Clayton wrestler who's good on his feet, likes to take the shots, and we can see he's the aggressor so far, 1 minute in.
We're still scoreless. Each of these fellows feeling each other out.
Good. I was going to say Austin had to wrestle that Jimmy Rollins, was pinned in 1:05, and we talked about Smith wrestling Ryan, who's a defending district champ. Last year was a district champ at 103, and he was pinned also.
Yeah, these 2 folks lost to 2 extremely talented wrestlers. They come with all the credentials, Rollins and Ryan, and that should be a great final.
In that weight class, 119 in South Jersey, or I should say in Region 8, I mean, you think about it. Here you have Adam Reid and Rollins, or not Adam Reid, P.J. Ryan. I got you confused now. P.J. Ryan and Rollins, and then you have Chapman, Sauer, DeBrielle. There's 2 pretty good wrestlers that aren't going to get out of the regions this year.
Well, you're right about that. I don't know about the 19-pound class in our immediate area. But I'll tell you, you don't have to go real far to find some terrific 119-pounders when we get down the shore there.
Scoreless first period. See where Smith picks.
He'll choose the down position here. Start up period number 2. Yeah, I think that, I wrestled in the Consolations. I don't know if you noticed, I was a part of the trivia.
I did notice that.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll get into that maybe a little bit later if we have time, but
yeah, we don't have time for that. But to make a long story longer, wrestling in the Consolations back when I was in school, it was impossible because it meant absolutely nothing. But today, you just get done wrestling your heart out in the semifinals, which is by far, I think, in any tournament. You take a Christmas tournament, districts, a region, a state. The semifinals are the toughest round of any of those tournaments. And then you lose, and then you got 2 hours of, people consoling you, and you got to get your head back on straight. But then again, you got another guy that's just going through the same thing, and you hope you don't get yourself down too far, where you got to come right back here and go at it again.
Oh, Smith with the escape. 35 seconds into the second period.
Yeah, you say that Mr. Austin was off early in the year. Was it an injury, John? Or
yeah, he was injured. He was injured, yes.
Okay, because he's doing a nice job here. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. I see he's got the big, thick knee brace on. I don't know if that was a part of it. But these two young men look very even. And he's in on a takedown here.
They were warning Smith to be more active, and Austin went in and got the leg.
And he gave him the 2-point takedown? 2 points for the takedown and an escape, it looks like.
Yeah, 2-2. Yeah.
53 seconds remaining here in period number 2. We're locked up 2-2 and a big takedown by John Smith. Takes the score to 4-2.
Says his college plans, Penn State University.
Why not? Trying to chin him back, pick it up to a neutral position. He fights it off nice. It's up to a neutral position. So we're looking at a 4-3 score here with 33 seconds remaining in period number 2.
Of course, a little bit later on, we'll go to Nick Mitcho, and he'll have the matches that we don't have. So you'll see all the consolation matches right here on Comcast. Austin in on the leg. 22 seconds left in the period. And looks like Smith will fight it off.
And he does. 18 seconds remaining here in period number 2. This is gut check time.
Oh!
The referee goes down. His feet tangled up with the wrestler.
Checking to see if there's 2. Do we get 2?
We're going to have some discussion about it.
Wayne Marshall, Pittman coach, doesn't think so, but there is 2.
There is a big 2-point Pittman takedown.
Now we'll have a discussion. Marshall's going over to the scorer's table.
Now wrestling on mat number 1, 140-pound consolation. Great coach.
He took a real awkward spill there, John. I don't know whether he hurt it, might have hurt his knee or his lower back.
However, it's 6-3 with 8 seconds left in the second. John Smith of Clayton High School in the lead.
Of West Deptford on that number 1. A result from that 130-pound consolation. Scott Drinkhouse of West Deptford won by decision over Pat Trainer of Paulsboro. Score 8-4.
Looks like the Pittman wrestler's still questioning the takedown call. I guess the coaches are relatively satisfied. Is that a switch in the refs? So it looks like we have the switch of the refs till the other Dennis Hurley needs to regroup there. Referee Dennis Hurley apparently injured himself. And that'll end period number 2. And we have John Smith in front by a score of 6-3.
We give the wrestlers a form to fill out. You know what John Smith put for his other interest?
Girls or anything like that?
Mariah Carey.
Why not?
I can't argue with that.
That was just a guess, the girl thing. At this particular age, I think that if you polled the group,
that would be their answer for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Smith. Has Austin in a little bit of trouble. No back points yet.
Trying to work the figure 4 on the head. He's
nothing though.
Nothing yet. trying to chin him back. He's using his leverage with an arm bar. Still in control. Out of bounds they go. Matt Austin's going to have to pick it up here if he expects to move on. I think it really should work to that 1-point escape to make it only a 2-point deficit. Forget the switch and get to his feet. So Smith's got a good takedown. He's working it, and out he comes. That's a big 1 point there. 1:15 remaining, period number 3. Looking at a 6-4 score. He's in on a double. Big time double. You can get two.
He got the 2.
Big 2-point takedown.
Yeah, he got it. Now, Brian, here's my question. A minute 7's a lot of time to hold a guy down. Do you cut him? Do you have the confidence to say, I'm going to cut him? And, well, he's going to cut him. So I guess he has confidence he can take him down.
I think that answers our question. I think almost in all cases, that's the proper thing to do, especially at this level. If you have an opponent that you might feel might be, not up to grade, you might want to stick him on his back. But these two guys are a big takedown.
Yeah, but like John Bojing used to tell me, if you let him go, you better take him down. And he did it. Smith now up 9-6 with the takedown.
We're right back where we were about 30 seconds ago with a 3-point deficit for Matt Austin. He's up to his feet. Looks up at the clock. 45 seconds remaining. Got that arm bar on him with a tight waist. Working the edge. He's got to reach down for a little something extra. We got a stoppage here. 9-6 in favor of John Smith.
Well, I guess the interesting thing here, when I look at the sheet and we ask the wrestlers what their best move is, the tilt for Austin. So it may be surprising that he didn't try and turn him or put him on his back before he cut him. Well,
before he showed that the freestyle start there, that was going to be my answer basically. Oh, he's got a big tight half Nelson. Still, he fights it off. 15 seconds remaining, period number 3. Still no escape.
Smith just has to wrestle smart here. 11 seconds left.
Absolutely. Yeah, but that was going to be my answer to that question, John, was just to ride him a little bit, see if he could feel him out, maybe get a pinning combination on him, and then release him. There's the escape. 5 seconds remaining. Makes it a 9-7 score.
And that'll end. 9-7.
John Smith advances. Matt Austin goes back to the drawing board.
We'll take a break. We'll be back after this timeout.
On deck on that 2, 135-pound Consolation. Great Ross of Kingsway.
Back at Gloucester County College, District 29 Wrestling, the Consolations. We moved to 125 pounds. And it's Mark Barber of Kingsway Regional High School and Dylan Shepard of Clayton. So Clayton, our third straight wrestler from Clayton. And first time to see a wrestler with Jesse Castro from the Kingsway team. Barber is a freshman, one of those, I think, 5 outstanding freshmen on that Kingsway team this year, and all of them, I think, advanced into at least the consolation round, so that's just a sign of great things to come for the Kingsway program. We've already talked about the Clayton program. Barber, 9-10 on the year, and some pretty good bloodlines. His uncle, Joe Duca and Dean Duca, and Gene Barber. So you talk about some pretty good bloodlines. Mark Barber has them.
I see it as it's a Slade Paulsburg connection, I'd say.
Absolutely.
That can't hurt you. Barber's in on a single. The only 2 times I saw young Mark wrestle this year, once was against Jimmy Rollins, where Jimmy went up against Mark in the Kingsway match, and then I just saw him this afternoon against Billy Gibbs. Kind of unfair, I'd say.
Yeah, 2 of the better wrestlers in South Jersey. Shepard on the year, 18-4. He's a senior. 47-26 for his career.
Yeah, I've watched Mr. Shepard go through these districts. Close to a takedown there on the edge of the mat. We got 46 seconds remaining, period number 1. We're still deadlocked at 0-0.
You just saw Jesse Castro and his assistant Brian Farnham. Brian was the coach for your son at West Deptford last season.
Yeah, my Adam really enjoyed the short time that he spent with a big 2-point takedown for Barber right near the out of bounds. Shepard's got a whizzer in, he's fighting it off, and then Barber's still in the offensive position. Oh, we got a neutral there. Right at the edge of the mat, he gave him a 1-point escape. So 2-1 here with 20 seconds remaining, period number 1. But he really enjoyed his short stay with Coach Farnham. And I know I talked to Brian before the matches today, and he really enjoys it down there at Kingsway as well.
And we'll finish the first period 2-1. Barber of Kingsway leads. We talked about those freshmen. Torado at 103 is in the district final. Barber's in the Consolations. Greg Ross at 130, I believe, is also in the Consolations, or at 135, I think. Then they have Brandon Becker, who's a phenomenal wrestler at 130 in the finals, and Jared Valecco, who pulled off the big upset in the semis. He's at 140 for Kingsway. So 5 freshmen making an impact on the Kingsway team.
This is going to be a powerhouse of a Kingsway wrestling program, obviously for the next 4 years.
And if they can get some upper weights, then they can really make a lot of noise.
Yeah, you can always fill in you got to fill in those gaps. I mean, Paulsboro was very fortunate this year. They were so powerful at 5 or 6 weight classes that any team that could win the groups and beat the number 1 team, the number 2 team in the group in the state, and Group 4 state champion Phillipsburg, missing and only wrestling with 13 athletes is incredible, and you really that's a rare feat today.
Barber in on the leg, however, Shepard countering that has Barber in a little bit of trouble and gets the takedown. It's tied at 3. 1 minute left in the second period.
Yeah, you got a senior here against a freshman, and I think that's the only difference in these 2 young men. The senior looks like he's been there before. Very confident on top. Didn't get down on himself when he was behind. We're looking at a 3-3 score with 44 seconds remaining.
Barber fighting. Whoop. Nothing yet.
Looks like he's working that spladle. If he can get it, he'll have Mr. Barber in awful tough shape. He's on his back. The referee's looking. Very close to a fall here, and that's it. That's a tough break right there for that young freshman, but he'll learn from that, John.
26 seconds left in the second period of pin for Dylan Shepard, the senior.
Well, if it had to be, congratulations to Mr. Shepard. Another Clayton fella going to Absegami on Tuesday night, so Clayton's to be heard from tonight. And Mr. Barber, I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot from him before his days are over.
And another freshman and another Clayton wrestler we have coming up.
Joe Coulihan from Clayton. Joe has a 24-2 record. And I believe Joe's a senior, is he not?
34 seconds. Now wrestling on mat 1.
Okay, Greg Ross from Kingsway, Callahan from Clayton. Callahan with the no points yet. Looks like he might get the takedown, but Ross is in on his leg. No points yet.
160 pounds.
Yeah, if he can pop that arm off, he'll have a cross-body ride. He'll be awarded the 2 points if he can just release that arm, and he does that, that'll do it. And he's still got that arm barred.
2 years ago, Callahan wrestled for Pittman, lost to Matt Hunkler at 103 pounds in the final, beat him 6-3. Actually, I guess he wrestled Adam in the semifinals that year.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Adam had a pretty good lead on him with about 20 seconds to go. And both those young men were very young at that time, and I know that Mr. Coulihan went on from there, and Adam had a tough district that year. As I said, he was leading with, I guess, about 30 seconds to go in the match, and Joe Coulihan got him in a headlock, got a 5-point move with very little time left, and that was the end of the match, and it catapulted him into the finals.
So 48 seconds left, 2-1. There's Jesse Castro.
I met Jesse, he helps out with the Seagull Wrestling program, and he's a terrific coach. Adam wrestled with the Seagulls for a couple of years, and he really enjoyed his time with Coach Castro.
Rawson on the leg.
He's got to get him back on the mat. 25 seconds remaining. We get a stalemate too. They're kind of locked up here. Very little motion right now. Referee's letting them go, and that'll do it. Got a potentially dangerous. Stops the match. Still 2-1 in favor of Coolahan.
Ross 9-10 coming into this match. He lost in overtime. 7-5 to Coolahan earlier in the season, so familiar with the Clayton wrestler. Also a football player.
Very good. End of period number 1.
On deck
2-1.
on that number 1 of 160.
Yeah, I understand. I was talking to the coach about this young man. Apparently he's a great wrestler in the practice room. He really guts out in the practice room. He just got to get a little more experience out here in front of these big crowds and in these big matches. And this kid's, from what I understand and what everybody tells me from Kingsway, he's got a bright future.
Coolahan has already beaten Brian Saccani, who's the #1 seed at 135 in his district. And he has beaten Mark Cartella of Clearview, 2 of his bigger wins this season.
He's looking to pop his head. Coolahan's looking to pop his head. He's got the ankle trapped. And that'll do it. That's a reversal. Joe Coolahan, 4-1 in front of Ross. He's got a cradle on him. If he can set his hips, trying to pull him back in, that's a stoppage. 107 remaining, period number 2. And Joe Coolahan in front of Greg Ross, 4-1.
And Ross lost to Jesse Aquino, 8-6. Aquino is the #1 seed at this weight class. Coolahan lost to Karis Cooper, 6-2. Cooper, the #2 seed in the weight class.
Immediately following the consolation round.
And he has a 4-1 lead here, 50 seconds left in the second period.
Off the lobby.
Looks like a very physical wrestler too, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, I've been watching him for a few years. You know, I think he's been in a 3 different. I believe he started out at Clearview, right?
Yeah.
And then I think I saw him at Pittman for a short time, and now he's transferred his headgear to Clayton. And I watched him through the midget program as well. My son had some experience wrestling him, and he was always a tough kid on top. He gave it 6 minutes. And this senior's looking to move on here if he can and see how far he can go in this tournament. We got a neutral. That makes the score right at the end of the period. That's a tough 1 point to give up. That's 4-2. Joe Coolahan in front, but this is great experience for Greg Rudd. I mean, you just build from this.
Another wrestler, in case wrestling fans are interested, you might remember Carmen Leone from Kingsway, suffered an injury. He has to have some surgery. He hopes to be back next year. He was in the middle of that weight class, and actually that was a bunched up weight class because he was wrestling around 135, and Kingsway's just stacked with those light and middleweights, and it'll be interesting to see what happens next year.
Well, you know, you never know. These guys are freshmen here, like this young man, and by the frame on him, he could grow into a 160-pound, 171-pound wrestler. Hits the weights during the summer, and if he's playing football, I'm sure the football coach is going to tell him to pack on that weight. So these guys might spread out as they go along. Because you certainly don't want the caliber of these wrestlers, 4 or 5 guys all within a tight pack at the same weight. It can be detrimental sometimes to a wrestling team.
We have 1:35 left in the third period, and I mean, I would think that Ross at some time is going to need a takedown unless he reverses Colohan. Then he's got to hold him down. But
he's got an awful tight arm bar there.
And that's his strength. That's his strength.
Sometimes the referees have to be careful with an arm bar like this, with a spiral. Although it gives the indication of a pinning combination, he's also riding parallel. And a referee could call a stall just for that fact, and he did.
Go.
Yeah, you really have to be careful there. But he did, he shortened the match. I mean, he got 30 seconds out of that one move, and that's critical in these kind of matches. You're going down to 1-point matches, and you do whatever you can get, whatever you need to do to get done to get to that next round. That's what you do.
And that's going to force Colohan to wrestle because a stall and an escape, and we have a tie match.
Absolutely. So I think if Ross can get moving down there on the bottom,
Colohan might be forced just to let him go.
Absolutely.
See what happens. He's got to work his way up or bring him down. And Ross in a little bit of trouble right now, but fights off his back. So still 4-2 with 30 seconds left.
If he can back out of that position he's in now he doesn't seem to be able to do it. He's trapped the ankle. 25 seconds remaining. 4-2. Colohan. He's got to fire out of there from the bottom right now. I mean, this is the time. Clock's running down, getting down to 20 seconds. He's just got to throw caution to the wind and let it go. Chopping the arm, still holding the tight waist. You might see a point here. I guess the ref's not going to call it.
5 seconds. It looks like Joe Colohan's going to advance to Absagami. 4-2 final score.
That he does, and the Clayton faithful are on their feet, John.
Single mat number 2, 152-pound consolation. Tom Georgiani.
Nice job done by Joe Colohan, and equally nice job done by Greg Ross. He'll take that experience and hit the camps this year, hit the weights.
Take a break. We'll come back with 152. We're back at Gloucester County College at Consolations at 152, District 29 Wrestling. And a very physical wrestler, Chris Miller from Deptford against Tom Georgiani of Paulsboro. Miller with a takedown 12 seconds in.
Big takedown there for Chris Miller.
Of course, Miller had a tough semifinal match against Floyd Taylor of Clayton, and Miller has a bad ankle. I think he hurt that ankle against Maurice Tunstall in a dual meet against West Deptford, and is still not 100%, but he's in control here early, 2-0. Georgiani, meanwhile, had to wrestle Maurice Tunstall in the semifinals, and Tunstall with the victory there. But I tell you what, Georgiani wrestled pretty tough, 10-5, and there you see Paul Marina, who's the uncle of Tom Georgiani, and there's Dean Duca, the assistant.
Great coaching staff, great program. I guess every adjective that's ever been said about a wrestling program has been said about these guys. It's incredible how they do it, such a small school.
And there's a pretty good wrestler in his day, Joe Hollywood, we're looking at. He's a former state champ for Deptford. Had some outstanding seasons placing in the states, including a state championship.
Absolutely. I was at the match. Looks like potential back points there for Miller. It's incredible this young man is out here today. I was here at the quarterfinal round last night. He could barely walk off the mat. If he was a horse, I think they would have shot him.
Yeah, he could barely walk this afternoon.
He seems to be getting around pretty good right now. But as you were saying about Georgiani, I've seen him 4 or 5 times this year. He's probably, you can think of maybe 10 or 11 other wrestlers on the Paulsboro team you might have ranked slightly ahead of Mr. Georgiani, but he's a 6-minute kid, and he just goes and goes.
Miller has him in a lot of trouble now. Going to get at least 3 more back points. 49 seconds left, 3 more. It's 7-0 now for Miller, who is 16-2, 70 and 20 in his career.
There's no question, only the one loss this year for Chris, or actually 2.
Well, one coming in, that was the Tunstall injury default. First in the Gateway Tournament, first in the Overbrook Tournament. Getting back points again. We'll see how many he got, or if he got a count.
Had a terrific career, and it's a shame.
It's only 6-0 actually. I thought he got 3 before. It's only 6-0, not 7.
23 seconds remaining here, period number 1. 6-0, Chris Miller over Tom Giorgiani. It's a big reversal for Tom if he can get his hips up. And he does that. 6-2. Another reversal.
Got a little sloppy though.
3-1 in overtime.
There's the takedown for Miller, or a reversal they'll call it, 8-2. And that's how the period will end.
Yeah, it was a real freak. Maurice Tunstall's very good on his feet, and the two of them, it was just one of those freaky things where he come down on his ankle wrong, and I'm surprised that he's actually wrestling here toward the end of the year. It's incredible. This young man's shown a tremendous amount of heart. And after watching him last night, I said, no way.
And you can see the way he's setting up there. What was the score of that match? That was a pretty close match, though, when it ended?
Oh, at the time, he actually got a takedown and some back points on Maurice, and he was leading 4-3, and then Maurice had him in trouble when the injury occurred. So it was really too early in the match to tell who was in command at that time. They looked both evenly matched at the time. But these are the things that happen. As a matter of fact, we went right by the 112-pound category without mentioning the second seed in the tournament, Dave Schilling from West Effort.
Yeah, he was injured. He was injured against Oak Crest, the South Jersey Group 3 final. And that's what makes what West Effort did in the state semis and in the state finals more remarkable. I mean, they were without their 112-pounder who has, who had a legitimate shot of definitely placing in districts and moving on the regions, and they went up there without him and did well. And here's Giorgiani with a nice move. Miller in a little bit of trouble. We're going to get some back points.
This kid doesn't stop. He has a tendency to relax. He's going right to his back again. Giorgiani seems to relax a little bit when he has himself in some real good positions.
8-4.
Showing a lot of heart as well. 45 seconds remaining here, period number 2.
Giorgiani's just a junior, and in the state Group 1 semifinals against Glen Rock, he pinned Tom Sirio, who was second in districts last year, and he also defeated Terrence Thompson of Rock Hill, South Carolina, 5-4 in the Colt and the Deep Creek tournament. And All Thompson was third in the state, and he beat him. So 2 big wins for him this year. He has 35 seconds left in the second period. Up 8-4, and you got to like him because he's staying active on the top.
Absolutely. I also noticed during our small break here, he got a stall on Deptford there.
Oh, he's in trouble now.
He looks like to be really favoring that ankle as well. Oh, my dear.
And tell you what, a courageous effort by Miller out there to roll off his back. Still no back points, 9 seconds up. They gave him 2 back points, actually.
Wow.
8-6, I wasn't sure about that.
4 seconds, 3-2.
We got 2 more minutes. We have 2 more minutes to wrestle. 8-6, Giorgiani came into the period down 8-2. And you can look at Miller, he can hardly walk. And I wouldn't be surprised if Deptford just said, look, Chris, you gave us a great season. We'll see what happens.
Well, if I'm a betting man, and I've been known to do that on occasion, this young guy's going to get up. He's been down like this for the last 2 days, and he keeps getting up and fighting back. He's got a tremendous amount of heart. I don't know if that's advisable health-wise, but he's putting up the knee pad, John, and
looks like he wants to wrestle. We'll see if they leave it up to the kid. Let's see what happens. While we're looking at Miller, came in with just 1 loss, as we said, an injury default in a tough match against Maurice Tunstall. Lost in the semis, 6-4 to Floyd Taylor. He's going to continue. You're right, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the few bets I won.
Giorgiani will start on top, and he was very strong there in the second period. Miller active though, and he'll get out. 9-6, and he can't even walk.
Got a 9-6 lead. Georgiani's really pushing him.
Can't finish the move though. Now Miller on the leg.
And that's the ankle right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a wrestler, do you go after it? I guess
Absolutely.
you have to. You have to.
This sport's definitely not for sissies. That hurts me watching that, John.
Stalemate will look like, or is, yep, stalemate.
Still neutral. 9-6 the score here.
Georgiani in on the leg again.
Got to turn that corner. Work up to the tight waist if he can, or to the double leg.
Right to his back, but Georgiani, a little sloppy, but oh, Miller has Georgiani in a lot of trouble.
Coming out the back door, he might get back points there though. He was down for, looked like a good 2 count.
11-6 right now.
We might be missing a point or two. 48 seconds remaining.
And but Joe Hollywood seems to think there's some points missing too. He's looking for a couple back points, and that's what it is. 13-6.
Tremendous heart on both of these guys. Both of them want to take that trip come Tuesday night. That's for sure.
You can look at Miller walking. And I saw him today when he took off his shoe. I mean, you can tell he's in a lot of pain.
There's no way my wife would stay here in the gymnasium if that was our son out there.
35 seconds. Georgiani's got to make up 7 points here. Miller, very active on the top, and he's got to stay that way.
He's got a commanding lead here points-wise, so he can afford to let him up, get some stall warnings going, things of that nature.
He just wants to keep his ankle away from Georgiani's hands.
Well, that could be true too, John.
And there's the stall warning.
Okay.
That's a 7-point lead. He can afford that. It's now 13-7, 12 seconds left.
Absolutely. Keeps walking it off. It's incredible. Maybe it's all Big Floyd, John.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't either.
5 seconds left, and it looks like Chris Miller is going to hold on and win.
That's great. That's terrific.
I guess the question is, how bad is he? Will he be able to continue at Absegami? But a 13-7 win. We had that stall point at the end. Miller with the victory.
Terrific action there. Congratulations to Chris Miller as he moves on to Absegami. Third place finisher here at District 29. You know, that got I was looking around the gymnasium and I saw a lot of hands clapping there. There's a lot of heart in that match.
152-pound consolation, Chris Miller of Deptford.
Okay, we're going to get 171 pounds. Joe Mucci of Pittman, he's a senior. First year wrestling, 14-12 is his career record. He's second in the Gator tournament. He's going up against Sly Van Morter. Van Morter suffered his first loss of the season, hasn't wrestled a whole lot this year. And he was pinned by James Funk in the semifinals. Mucci was pinned by Dustin Burke of Clayton, who is the #1 seed.
Yeah, the two fellows wrestling in the finals at the 171-pound weight class are two tough individuals. It's no surprise that they both pinned going into in their semifinal bouts. Van Morter, I've watched him for a couple of years. Has done a terrific job down there at Kingsway High School. As you say, it's Joe Mucci's first year. He's had a nice season thus far.
Of course, Van Morter last year wrestled 160, finished second. Of course, he only had to wrestle that Scott Guerin from Paulsboro, who went on to win a state championship last year. So with the early takedown, he's leading 2-0.
Scott was unstoppable last year. He's in awful deep. Mucci's got the double underhook trying to fight him off. Still no takedown signal. Yes, there is a takedown signal. I'm sorry. He's got a cement mixer. He's trying to pull him back in. They'll go out of bounds. We got a stoppage with 44 seconds remaining, 2-0.
And Van Morter playing football, so does Mucci. Here we see Adam Goldstein on the right. Excellent career at Vineland High School, helping out with Kingsway.
Okay, and a young gentleman to his left said Tim Narcissi.
West Deptford boy.
Absolutely. Timmy's doing a great job down there. He had the 7th and 8th grade program down at Kingsway. He's really enjoying his coaching down there. Talked to Timmy before the match. He graduates this December from Rowan. And he's looking forward to possibly being a high school coach at some time.
Well, Van Morter with a 2-1 lead. We're a minute 40 into the first period. Just want to remind everybody, if you think we're missing some weights, we're not. Nick Mitcho will have the rest of them, including the great matchup, which we'll have a little later, which is Greg Croce and Tony Caruso. That'll be up a little bit later right here with Nick Mitcho. Right now, though, we're at 171 pounds. Finished one period. Sly Van Morter with a 2-1 lead over Joe Mucci of Pittman. And of course, our coverage is like this because 2 mats going on at one time. We don't want to split the screen. Equal time.
To go back to that Tim Narcissi.
Well, I want to real quick mention there's the
oh, yeah, sure.
Wayne Rochelle from Pittman. I believe Wayne was a 4-time District 29 champion for Pittman High School.
Absolutely.
Whose father actually was the JV coach at Paulsboro for a lot of those wins when Paulsboro had like 262 consecutive wins, their JV program, which is a national record.
To stay dressed for the medal presentation.
Just to tell you how that Tim Narcissi thing ties into all this. Tim, 1 year, finished 3rd here at Districts in the District 29 tournament, and from there he went on to win the Region 8 tournament as a 9th seed. So it can happen. These guys can go on from here and have terrific tournaments down the line.
I believe that was the year. Didn't West Deptford win like 4 region titles that year?
As a matter of fact, they did. Yeah, it was a great year. I believe it was either 95 or 96, John. I think it was John White that year.
Probably had John Craig. I'm assuming. I don't even know if Sean Craig was on the team back then. And I don't know if he was one of the wrestlers then. But I remember there was just a great run for them.
I don't think Johnny was on the team. I believe it was the,
you're the one that should know this.
I know, isn't this terrible? Jason Gardner.
One of my favorite wrestlers, just
Absolutely.
for the tattoos.
Johnny White.
You think about that.
Tim
Meanwhile,
Narcissi.
stalling on Mucci. 3-1 in favor of Van Morter.
That's enough West Deptford stuff. This is Kingsway and Pittman out here. 45 seconds remaining, 3-1.
Van Morter, 8-6 as a freshman, came back a senior year to finish 2nd in districts, 15-5. As a junior, 7-1. And he has the 3-1 lead, and in on the leg, has Mucci in a little bit of trouble, takes him down. That's how you take a guy down, and I'll tell you what, that's what you call a 5-point move.
Fights off his back, does a nice job of fighting off his back.
8-1 lead.
Joe Mucci's hanging right in there in spite of the 7-point deficit, make it 6-point deficit. We got an escape there, 19 seconds remaining here, period number 2, 8-2. Van Morter.
And Van Morter once again on the leg. See if he has enough time. He's not as Mucci goes out. Not enough time and not enough room. 5 seconds. And we'll finish the second period, 8-2. Sly Van Morter of Kingsway in the lead.
Yeah, right now in the tournament wrestling, you're just, Van Morter would be, he don't want to get himself in trouble. He's got an awful big lead. He just wants to ride him for, see how he can do on top. See if he can get a pinning combination. If that doesn't work out, he'll just release him. He doesn't want to get himself in trouble. Right now, he's in total control of the mat.
He's been pretty good on his feet. I would think if he can't, Eric lets him go. Couldn't get it out quick enough. 8-3, or no, they went out.
Looks like we have a blood timeout, John.
8-2 lead, Sly Van Morter.
What was the? I see Sly only had 6 matches this year.
Yeah, I believe he was injured also.
Oh, okay. I'm sure they expected big things from him.
Mucci with Coach Wayne Marshall. Eight-2 lead.
Yeah, that semifinal match today. Jared Vallejo was, I guess that was the match of the day at 140 pounds.
Hey, anytime a 1 seed beats a 4 seed beats a 1 seed and the number 1 seed placed in the States, that's definitely a big victory. And, you know, I saw him one of his first matches and very composed. Him and Becker, who will both see in the finals, 2 of the most composed freshmen I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy about Jared, but he just, workmanlike fashion, really got the job done. It was really impressive for a freshman. Still 8-2 here, 120 remaining, period number 3. Van Morter on top, 8-2. So you don't want to get kicked in the jaw here. You'd almost do just as well to, you got a stall there for not working up. As you can hear the crowd in the background, and you'll see that match.
Yeah, that's if you hear a loud roar once in a while. That's what's going on.
Yeah, viewers at home don't have to worry about that. They will be viewing the matches here.
There we see Wayne Marshall again with Joe Mucci. Marshall, 92 career wins, 16 losses, 2 ties in his career.
Not too shabby.
John Hatchell of Clearview reports.
Looks like we're getting ready to start. He is going to take the freestyle start and with 112 remaining and releases his opponent with an 8-3 lead.
He seems pretty confident on his feet, so.
No question. Right now, just work the outer ring. Don't get himself caught in a 5-point move. He wants to make sure that the outer circle is good and close. If something should happen, and put himself in a bad spot.
189-pound Consolation. Jesse Eisenhorn of Clearview.
44 seconds left, and the takedown, and Mucci on his back.
It looks like he's going to get the 2 back points as well. Still no major decision. We got 30 seconds remaining. Period number 3. Actually, it is a major decision. We're looking at 12-3. Sly Van Morter on top of Joe Mucci. 20 seconds remaining. Looks like Sly's going to head down to Apsagami. Another escape. Looks like too little too late. His time runs out here in period number 3. And a big consolation victory for Sly Van Morter as he wins over Joe Mucci 12-4.
Okay, we'll take a break. Back at Gloucester County College, now we're going to go to Nick Mitcho for bonus coverage of District 29 Wrestling.
Thanks, John. Here we are, Gloucester County College. This is Nick Mitcho here commentating the 103-pound consolation match here between Pittman's Chris Thomas and Deptford's Vince Lipsy. Thomas here in the black and orange. He's a freshman. He has a career record of 21-6. He was 3rd in the Wolverine tournament, 3rd in the Gator tournament. Vince Lipsy is also a freshman, 17-8 record. Both wrestlers right now feeling each other out. This is a very important match for both wrestlers. This match will decide who advances to the Region 8 wrestling tournament at Absegami High School this coming week. Lipsy in on a single leg. No points awarded. It's a minute left in the first period. Still no score. Not quite enough space there for Vince Lipsy. Thomas in on a nice single leg. Gonna have to finish it here. Nice trip, and it looks like he's gonna get 2 here, and he does. 30 seconds left in the first period as Thomas works the half on Lipsy. Lipsy almost had a reversal there, but Thomas was able to defend it nicely. With 15 seconds left in the first period, Thomas doesn't want to give up any points here. He has a 2-0 lead. And at the end of the first period, 103 pounds, Thomas from Pittman, 2, Lipsy from Deptford, 0. So we go into the second period. Thomas takes the bottom position. Thomas tries a standing switch, and he does a nice standing switch and was able to get a 2-point reversal. Thomas leads now 4-0 as he works the half on Lipsy, and he's got Lipsy in a little bit of trouble here. He's getting back points here. Trying to work for the fall. And he does. Thomas gets the 3 points for the fall. Extends his lead to 7-0. And again, he works the half Nelson. Thomas on top, getting extra back points here with less than a minute left in the second period. And he gets the fall. Thomas from Pittman advances to the Region 8 wrestling tournament next week at Absegami. It looks like Lipsy may have hurt his shoulder here as Coach Hollywood from Deptford comes out to check on his wrestler. Two freshmen here at 103. Super job by both wrestlers. They both have a bright future ahead of them. But right now the concern is Vince Lipsy on the mat here with a shoulder injury. The trainer looking over Vince Lipsy just to make sure that there's no dislocation of the shoulder there.
All third place medalists should remain dressed for the medal presentation, which will take place after the final bout this evening. There will be an intermission.
And it looks like they're going to get him up.
Finals, while the mat is broken down to replace the championship
As
mat.
Thomas shows good sportsmanship, and he's awarded the win.
For your presentation before the finals. After the finals will be a presentation of the team championship plaque award and a presentation of the award for most outstanding wrestler.
As we move on now to the 130-pound consolation bout. This bout is between Paulsboro's Pat Trainer, who has a 16-12 record, and West Defford's Scott Drinkhouse with a 14-5 record. Pat Trainer right in on the single, and he is awarded the 2 points right on the line. So Trainer takes an early 2-0 lead with 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the first period. Drinkhouse on the bottom. West Defford's had a really good showing here in the District 29 tournament. They have three wrestlers in the consolation finals and 5 in the finals. As you look at Pat Trainer go to work with the half, he gets another 2 for a takedown as they go out of bounds. Paulsboro, of course, has 9 in the finals, 3 in the consolations. It's going to be tough for anybody to contend with them today. It looks like they've all about won the District 29 tournament. As you see Trainer again, trying to push Drinkhouse's head down and spin behind. With 1 minute left in the first period, Trainer up, leading right now 4-2. No points yet. Trainer still in control as referee Joe Henry calls a stalemate.
On mat number 2, wrestling on mat 2, 119-pound consolation. Matt Austin of Pittman, John Smith of Clayton, now wrestling on mat number 2. On deck on mat number 2.
With 35 seconds left, Drinkhouse would like to have a takedown here.
Barber of Kingsway, Dylan.
The Trainer in again, nice on a single leg.
Mat 2. This result for mat 2, 112-pound consolation. Greg Koss of Clayton, won by major decision.
17 seconds left in the first period. Trainer still leading 4-2. Trainer from Paulsboro in the white and red singlet is a junior. His career record is 19-12. He was 6th in the Deep Creek tournament, 6th in the Caldwell tournament. As Scott Drinkhouse is a senior, this would be his last chance to make it to the Region 8 wrestling tournament. His career record is 21-12.
40-pound consolation. Coach of Paulsboro, Caruso of Clearview. On deck on mat 2, 125-pound consolation. Barber of Kingsway, Shepherd of Clayton. On deck mat 2.
Drinkhouse, a National Honor Society student at West Defford High School. Right now, Drinkhouse needs a takedown to tie this up. He's trailing 4-2. Drinkhouse coached at West Defford by Ralph Ross Jr. Pat Trainer coached at Paulsboro High School by Coach Paul Marina. And also in his corner, Mr. Dean Duca, one of Paul Marina's longtime assistants, former wrestler under Paul Marina. With 1 minute remaining in the first period, the score is still 4-2 as official Joe Henry calls a stalemate. Drinkhouse in, trying to finish this double leg. He's got to get his head to the outside. Trainer sprawling, trying to grab the ankle and spin behind. Cross face. .23 seconds left as Trainer tries to spin behind to extend his lead to 6-2, but Drinkhouse isn't giving it up easily. Both wrestlers really fighting for this third spot to go to regionals. Outstanding effort by both wrestlers, and just 2 minutes left as we go into the third period. Score still 4-2 Paulsboro. Trainer lost in the semifinals this afternoon to Brandon Becker from Kingsway, and Drinkhouse lost to Mark Cartella from Clearview. As we'll see a little later on, the Cartella-Becker matchup in the finals. But right now, Trainer's on top, and Drinkhouse looks like he's going to get an escape here. Nothing yet, and now he gets the one, so it's a 4-3 match, and Trainer goes right back in on the single leg. No points awarded yet. 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the third period. Trainer was the 5th seed in this tournament. Drinkhouse was the 3rd seed. As it's still a 4-3 match, and Drinkhouse in the green here from West Effort needs a takedown to win this match. He's the senior. It's his last chance to go to regionals. As he snaps Trainer's head down and looks like he's in deep on a double. He needs to finish it. Drinkhouse trying to switch to a single. He's really trying to work his head out of there, and he gets to 2, and now he leads this match 5-4 with 35 seconds left as they go out of bounds. So there's 34 seconds left in the third period here. Drinkhouse will be in the top position. Trainer needs an escape with 34 seconds to tie this match or a reversal to win it. Drinkhouse tries the near arm chop and goes to the half Nelson. Drinkhouse with a spiral ride. Just 22 seconds left in the match. Trainer's going to have to do something as Coach Marina yells to him encouragement, trying to get him to move. And Drinkhouse puts Trainer on his back, and he's going to get back points here. With only 5 seconds left in the match, he may pin him here. It doesn't look like he's going to get the pin, and he doesn't, but he gets the 3 back points. So Drinkhouse, the senior from West Effort, advances to the Region 8 tournament with an 8-4 decision over Pat Trainer from Paulsboro. Excellent match. We move on to the 140-pound weight class. We will see from Paulsboro High School, Greg Kroos. He was the number 1 seed in this tournament, and he was upset by Jared Vallejo from Kingsway this afternoon by the score of an 8-2. Kroos has a 24-2 record. He's a junior, and he goes against Tony Caruso from Clearview. Here we go. Tony Caruso is 21-4 in the green and yellow there. Greg Kroos, as I said earlier, he is a junior. He has a 77-14 career record. Outstanding career record. He was first in the Caldwell tournament. His only loss before this afternoon was in the Deep Creek tournament down in Virginia. He took a second place. Tony Caruso also has an impressive career record, a 43-9 career record. He's also beaten some quality wrestlers in Don Fish from Delsea and Jim O'Donnell, who is in the finals in this weight class from Deptford. As you see Kroos on the single leg, but no points awarded yet. Two juniors here fighting to go to Absegami, and it looks like Kroos is going to draw first blood as he gets the 2 points. As they go out of bounds, it's 40 seconds left in the first period. Kroos from Paulsboro with a 2-0 lead. Caruso with a quick escape. It was almost as if Kroos wants Caruso on his feet, but with 32 seconds left, he's going to have to get a quick takedown, and Caruso goes in and tries his own single leg. No points awarded yet with 20 seconds left in the first period. Caruso's going to have to score, and it looks like he did. It looked like they were almost out of bounds there, but the official gives them the 2 points, and Caruso takes a 3-2 lead with 15 seconds left in the first period. Caruso trying to ride the legs here. He's extending Kroos with the crossbody ride and power half. As we come to the conclusion of the first period, Caruso takes a 3-2 lead into the second period. Choice deferred. Kroos defers the decision. Caruso takes the bottom position for the second period. And it looks as if Kroos is going to let Caruso up again. And he does. Which makes it a 4-2 match, Caruso leading. If Kroos was ever to need a takedown, he needs one now. As he goes in on a nice single leg, real deep, he tries to run the pipe and he finishes it. So now it's a 4-4 match. And Caruso gets the escape. Caruso takes the 5-4 lead as he gets some words of encouragement from Coach Bill Chaffee, Assistant Coach Bill Chaffee at Clearview, Head Coach John Marinelli, trying to tell Caruso he needs a takedown. Kroos seems to be real confident here on his feet. Caruso goes in on his nice double leg and finishes it, and he takes a 7-4 lead on Kroos.
135-pound Consolation, Greg Ross of Kingsway, Joe Callahan.
With a minute left in the second period, Kroos down 7-4. As Caruso trying to work a cross face, an ankle ride.
Result of the match is completed on that number 2. 119-pound Consolation.
Caruso still in command, but official steps in nicely to call potentially dangerous, so the wrestlers aren't injured in that predicament. It looked like Kroos' knee was bending in the wrong direction there. As Caruso takes the top position with 47 seconds left in the second period, Kroos tries a standing switch, but Caruso wrestles him back down to the mat. He's riding a claw ride, and Caruso's trying to use his muscle to pick up Kroos, but he's not able to do it. And Kroos gets the escape, which makes it 7-5 Caruso in the green and yellow. Kroos from Paulsboro tries a single, and doesn't look like he's going to have enough space as they go out of bounds. Both of these wrestlers like well built up top, but they seem to be going down low with their shots today. Singles and doubles. Super match here at 140 pounds in the District 29 wrestling tournament here at Gloucester County College. As Caruso goes in on a double, and Kroos trying to headlock, but Caruso uses that unbelievable strength, but isn't able to finish it as time runs out. The Clearview fans wanted it, but there just wasn't enough time for Caruso to finish that. Wow, what a super match here. As we go into the third period, Kroos gets choice. He's going to take the bottom position, but he seems to be hurting right now. He's asking Coach Paul Marina to help him with his ankle or his knee. But maybe he's feeling a little better now as he gets down in the down position with 2 minutes left. He's down 7-5. Caruso working that nice claw ride again. Kroos stands up. Caruso's going to have to attempt to take him back down to the mat, and he does. They go out of bounds, and Caruso is still in charge. And I think now Kroos is going to get the injury time. He seems to be having a cramp or something. So we're going to have a little injury time break here at the 140-pound match as the trainer here from Gloucester County College takes a look at Kroos. Coach Paul Marina really trying to motivate his wrestler, telling him you have 1 minute and 37 seconds. If you want to go to the regionals, you're going to have to start wrestling now. As he stands up, and Caruso still working that nice ride on the top, the spiral ride, as Kroos faces him and grabs the leg, but Caruso still has control and no points are awarded. Tony Caruso is a former student of mine at Center City School in Mantua Township in his elementary days. Probably doesn't remember me, but yeah, maybe he does. It looks like we're going to go to 7-6 here as Kroos gets the escape. There's 53 seconds left in this match. We have a barn burner here as they go out of bounds. 48 seconds left as Caruso looks like he's getting a little winded now, and he's looking over. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The takedown wins it for Kroos. If Caruso can somehow hold Kroos off, he can win this and go to the regionals as he goes in on a single. Kroos tries an unbelievable forward roll. And again, the match is stopped. Caruso's knee was in a dangerous predicament. As we have 25 seconds left here. Both wrestlers exhausted from wrestling an unbelievable match. Kroos needs a takedown here with 20 seconds left in the match. He shoots in on a single. He's trying to throw, he's going to have to come up with something big here. There's only 7 seconds left. There's Caruso in on a single. And Caruso does it. Caruso holds on for a 7-6 win. And that'll be Tony Caruso advancing to the Region 8 Finals from Clearview Regional High School as the #1 seed in this weight class, Greg Kroos, his season is over. He's going to have to wait until next year. An outstanding match by both wrestlers.
Mike Marchevsky, 10 pence of Kingsway. On deck, mat number 1.
As we move on now to 145 pounds, we have Ryan Logue from Kingsway. He was the #1 seed in this weight class, and he was upset by Eric Eisenhart, who we'll see later in the finals. He lost a tough 8-7 match in the semifinals, and he will face Eric Dippolet from West Defford. Eric is 16-6 this year. He lost a 7-3 match to DJ Kama in the semis earlier today. DiPolito in the green with a mask on. He may have some kind of a nose injury or facial injury. Eric DiPolito is a junior this year, and he wrestles the senior Ryan Logue. Ryan does want to advance to the college level and wrestle. He's undecided on which college he wants to attend. As you see Ryan Logue there in the black singlet from Kingsway, and he is coached by Mr. Jesse Castro. As we said earlier, DiPolito is coached by Ralph Ross Jr., and also in that corner over there is Mr. Jake McBride. Eric DiPolito has a 45-17 career record. He was second in the Southern Christmas Tournament, also second in the Egg Harbor Township Christmas Tournament. Still no score in this match with just 30 seconds left in the first period. As we said earlier, this is a very important round of wrestling here, the consolation round. Only one of these two wrestlers will advance to the regional tournament. The fourth place does not go. Third goes, fourth doesn't. So it's very important here for these wrestlers, especially the senior here, Ryan Logue. It's his last chance to advance to regionals. We come to the conclusion of the first period. It's still a 0-0 match as DiPolito takes the bottom position.
All third place finishers are reminded to stay in uniform. All coaches
Logue working the arm bar on top.
following the consolation round. There will be a meeting of all coaches, intercoaches.
Kingsway advanced 6 to this round, this consolation round. They also advanced 3 to the final round. So it's going to be a fight between Kingsway, West Defford, and Clearview for second place. Paulsboro has all but locked up the first place trophy here. Not only have they locked that up, but they've also pretty much locked up the #1 team in the state. And they've won the state Group 1 championship. As John and Adam alluded to earlier, West Defford and Paulsboro, two teams with state championships this year in this district. Still no score as Logue will take the top position. DiPolito almost had a switch reversal there, but they went out of bounds. Logue still working that arm bar on top. DiPalto gets the escape and tries to shoot right back in for a single, but Logue saw it coming, was able to sprawl and get away from it. We're at 145 pounds here, and there's just 17 seconds left in the second period with DiPalto from West Effort, the green singlet, leading 1-0. And it looks like we're going to end this first period with a 1-0 lead for DiPalto from West Effort. I'm sorry, as we go into the third period, with just 2 minutes left in the match, Ryan Logue takes the down position. It's right where he wants to be. He needs an escape to tie the match. There's DiPalto, knowing right now that he has a 1-0 lead over Logue, and Logue needs to do something on the bottom here if he wants to win this match. He's going to have to stand up or try to do a switch. It's a lot easier said than done. It's easy to talk about it, but when you're down there on bottom and you have a 145-pounder on top of you, squeezing you, it's not that easy. As you see DiPalto right now, he's probably just trying to force a stalemate position, and that's exactly what happens as Joe Henry calls the stalemate. Joe Henry, the official for this match, he's one of the best in the business. He's been around for 20 years officiating. And I've been out of the District 29 for a little while. I was doing some color commentating down at District 30, and it's nice to be back home here. I have a lot of connections to District 29. Of course, I went to Glassboro High School. I graduated in 1981. I coached 2 years under Paul Marina, his first 2 years as a head coach. I coached some of the kids at Kingsway when they were in 7th and 8th grade. As DiPalto really trying to keep Logue down. There's a minute left in the third period as Logue really desperately trying to get out to tie this match. And they go out of bounds. Well, Logue's going to have to do it right here. There's only a minute left. He's in the down position, which is normally the easier position to score from when you just need a point. And he does it. He does a nice sit-out turn in. And we have a tie match here at 145 pounds. Right now it's going to come down to who gets this last takedown, and Logan on a nice single. He's going to have to finish it. He gets DiPalto up, and he looks like he's going to get the two, but Mr. Henry doesn't give it to him, and it looks like they may end up going out of bounds here. We're still tied up at 1 with 27 seconds left. If either of these wrestlers do not get a takedown, we're going to see an overtime match here. Both wrestlers really doing a super job, and they know what's on the line here, and they both don't want to make a mistake. As DiPalto tries to ankle pick, it looks like he may run out of room himself. And we're going to see an overtime match here at 145 pounds. The West Effort coaches really wanted the 2 points there, but here we go. It'll be a 2-minute on your feet overtime. Whoever scores the first takedown wins. If no takedown is scored, they will go into a second period of 30 seconds top and bottom wrestling. This is big for both wrestlers as Logue takes the first shot. Not able to finish it, though, as DiPaolito locks in. It looks like he is going to finish it. And he's trying to rock DiPaolito to his back, and he gets the 2 points and wins. And that's it. Ryan Logue advances to the Region 8 tournament, 145 pounds. Super match, overtime. Good sportsmanship there by Ryan Logue as he goes over to shake the West Effort wrestler coach's hands.
Of Kingsway, now wrestling on mat number 1.
This next match we'll see here is 160 pounds. Tim Pence from Kingsway, the number 3 seed in this weight class, lost to Brett Holmes earlier today, the score of 10-2. And he will be facing Mike Marcheski from Clearview. He's the number 4 seed in this weight class. As Pence goes in on the first takedown shot, Marcheski doesn't want to give it up yet. Pence tries to switch to a double. Marcheski may be holding on too long, and he gave up the 2 points, but he almost gave up back points there. He was smart to let go of that. Pence on the top in the black singlet from Kingsway, and he had a leg ride in there, and it was a potentially dangerous move when one of your supporting points is not touching the mat, and that was a good call by the official there to take in consideration the safety of both wrestlers. Pence again tries the leg ride, trying to turn Marcheski, but Pence gets a little high with it, and Marcheski faces Pence. Marcheski's not satisfied with the one, or is he? He is satisfied with the one, and he makes it a 2-1 match. With less than a minute left in the first period, Pence in the black singlet from Kingsway, leading this match 2-1. Marcheski in on a front headlock. Marcheski trying to spin behind and get 2, and not able to do it. Timmy Pence here from Kingsway as a junior. Pretty impressive career record with a 42-33. He also likes to run cross country and play tennis. Mike Marcheski was at Clearview, then he went to St. Augustine. As you can hear the fans right now trying to encourage Marcheski to get the takedown. And that'll end the first period with Pence up 2-1. Marcheski takes the bottom position. 2 juniors here battling it out to see who goes to the Region 8 tournament. Marcheski has an impressive career record himself. He has a 35-21 record. He likes to play baseball, and he also likes fishing and hunting. No points awarded yet. Pence still in control as Marcheski tries to tie it up here. He needs an escape to tie it up. Marcheski still in the down position, trailing 2-1 with 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the first period as Pence gets on top. It's a false start there. I think the wrestlers may have heard a whistle from the other match. An exciting match going on mat 2 here at Gloucester County College in the District 29 Wrestling Championships, year 2000. And it looks to be a good one for the South Jersey wrestlers, especially the wrestlers from this area in Gloucester County. It may be one of the best ever. Several wrestlers coming out of this tournament having outstanding opportunities to move on into the regional level, and then the next step would be to the big house, which is the state level. And that's the ultimate goal, is to be a state champion for most of these wrestlers, not all of them, of course, but some of them do have that goal. One of them I know is one of Marcheski's teammates, Billy Gibbs, who is ranked right now as one of the top wrestlers in the state. And we'll see him a little later on in the 125-pound final match. As Pence on top works the cross-body ride power half, and it looks like he may get some back points here with 26 seconds left, and he's going to get the back points. And Pence is going to take a lead here. It looks like he's going to get 2 back points. He gets the 2, and he goes up by a score of 4-1 over Marcheski. But he's getting a little high, and Marcheski may come out the back door, but he only has 6 seconds to do it. And Pence holds on to a 4-1 lead as we go into the third period at this super 160-pound weight class. In the top seed in this weight class is Isaac Redman. He beat Marcheski 5-1 earlier today in the semifinals, and he will face Brett Holmes from West Deffert, who defeated Pence in the semifinal round. As Marcheski just almost slams Pence down. With strength by Marcheski, he knows he needs to turn Pence. He wasn't able to turn him, but he showed a lot of strength there in picking Pence up. And Pence gets the 1 escape, and it's a 5-1 Pence lead. Pence in the black singlet. Marcheski now needs to do something. He needs to get some serious he needs to get 4 points to tie this match. He's going to have to try a throw or something. A takedown won't do it. That'll only make it a 5-3 match. He needs to take Pence down to his back. Is he going to be able to do it? With 1 minute and 21 seconds left, Marcheski locks up again on that front headlock. Trying to extend Pence. Just a minute left in this match. Marcheski tries to spin around and get 2, but is unable to do that. Pence holding on right now to a 5-1 lead. Doesn't want to make any big mistakes. This is his ticket to the regional tournament if he can hold this 5-1 lead for 42 more seconds. Marcheski knowing now with 35 seconds left, there's Marcheski in the green singlet. He's going to have to put Pence on his back. Pence can afford a stall warning here, and he's doing a good job of not making any mistakes. With only 20 seconds left in this match, it looks like Pence is going to hold on. And he's able to spin behind and get 2 points to increase his lead to 7-1 with just 17 seconds left.
Now wrestling on mat number 2, 171-pound Consolation, Joe Murphy opinion, 5-minute order of
Marcheski tries a switch.
15-pound Consolation, Ed Green of West Deffert, Mike Shomo of Gateway, on deck on mat 2. Result from mat 2.
And that's going to do it here at 160 pounds. Timmy Pence from Kingsway Regional High School will advance to the regional tournament with a 7-1 victory over Mike Marcheski from Clearview. Great match, both wrestlers. We're seeing some super wrestling here at Gloucester County College. Not anything unusual. Most of the wrestling is always good in this district, as many of these wrestlers will advance to the Region 8 tournament and do well, as they do well almost every year. District 29 does have a great showing in that regional tournament, and I don't think this year will be any different, especially with the quality of wrestlers. The depth of this tournament hasn't been what it's been in the past, but the individual top 2 or 3 wrestlers have been outstanding. As we move on to 189 pounds here, Mike Roberts from Kingsway Regional High School will take on Jesse Eisenhart from Clearview. Jesse Eisenhart in the green singlet comes in with a 13-6 record. He lost in the semifinals earlier today to Mike Mendenhall, who is the #1 seed by pin. Mike Roberts from Kingsway lost to Alexis Aquino from Deptford by the score of 10-6. Eisenhart, the #4 seed in this weight class, and Roberts, the #3. As we alluded to earlier, we haven't had too many upsets in this tournament, but one of Mr. Roberts' teammates pulled the biggest one of the tournament thus far. Jared Vallejo from Kingsway at 140 pounds knocked off Greg Kroos from Paulsboro. Besides that, most of the #1 seeds have made it to the finals, and most of the #2 seeds have made it to the finals. And you're seeing a lot of 3 and 4s wrestling right now for 3rd and 4th place. It's the consolation match. It means a lot. It means we go into practice next week or we don't go into practice next week. It means your season's over or you continue to wrestle. It's a do or die situation here as Jesse Eisenhart and Mike Roberts square off at 189 pounds.
I like that park job.
And Eisenhart scores first with a takedown. Right at the end of the first period, he gets the takedown, and he's going to lead this match going into the second period here by the score of 2-1. As Mike Roberts asked Coach Castro for advice, and Coach Castro tells Mike Roberts to take the down position for the second period. Mike Roberts, in only his 2nd year of wrestling. Pretty impressive to be doing this well in the district tournament in only your 2nd year of wrestling. However, he was 2nd in the districts last year, and he was 3rd in the regions last year. Not too bad for a first-year wrestler. He'd like to go to those regionals again, but right now, Jesse Eisenhart wants to put an end to his season. Roberts is able to get the 1-point escape, and it's a 2-1 match with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the second period. Eisenhart advanced to the semifinals via the pin over Mike Fanfarola from Glassboro, and Roberts beat John Adams from Pittman via the pin. So we have 2 pinners here. They're no stranger to the pin, as Roberts trying to take the lead here with a takedown, but Eisenhart doesn't let him get it. Jesse Eisenhart, 18-15 record, and he's a sophomore. That sophomore had a nice double leg, and he gets 2 more points, and it looks like he's going to get, I don't think he's going to get the back points, but he does get the 2 for the takedown, and he takes a 4-1 lead with 44 seconds left in the second period. Eisenhart was 2nd in the Marinelli Christmas tournament down in Egg Harbor Township. And there's Roberts from Kingsway in the black singlet needs to score as he makes it a 4-2 match with the escape. Roberts from Kingsway likes to go by the name Rocket. And he is a very well-built individual. Kind of looks like myself a little bit when I was in high school. I don't think I could fool anybody on that one. I showed my son some of my wrestling matches when I was in high school. They said I looked like a string bean. How did I win? But Mr. Roberts is definitely built for the sport. As Eisenhart takes the down position for the third period. He has a 4-2 lead. Roberts is going to have to turn Eisenhart. And it looks like he's trying to upper body here. He wants to throw Eisenhart. He wants to go up top with Eisenhart. He knows he needs back points, and he's trying to bear hug. But Eisenhart's trying to get out of it, and he tries to drop down to a single, and it looks like he's going to get 2 points here for a takedown. Eisenhart's leading the match right now, 5-2, and Roberts gets Eisenhart in what they call a spladle, but doesn't get any points out of it. And he almost had Eisenhart stuck there. Eisenhart was able to get out of that. No points awarded, so we still have a 5-2 match. Jesse Eisenhart from Clearview with only a minute left in this match. Roberts is going to have to try something, and wow, he almost had Eisenhart there. He put a little scare into Eisenhart. Usually when wrestlers get that on you, it's very difficult to get out. And Roberts trying that near side cradle. He knows he's got to put Eisenhart on his back. And Eisenhart trying to do everything he can to fight this off. And he breaks out of the cradle. They're still in a neutral position. Roberts only has 30 seconds down to black singlet, and he's exhausted. He's tried everything to win this match. What a super match here at 189 pounds. As Roberts again doesn't give up. He tries another takedown. And Eisenhart has wrestled a smart match. He's not trying to force anything. With just 15 seconds left, and Eisenhart's hit with the stalling warning, and he freight trains Roberts. And he's got Roberts in some trouble with just 6 seconds left. And he's not going to get the pin, but he gets the win, and he takes a 10-2 win over Roberts. What a super match. Wow. And the fans here at Gloucester County College enjoy that one. As Jesse Eisenhart from Clearview Regional High School advances to the regional tournament with a 10-2 decision over Mike Roberts from Kingsway.
The next bout on that number 1.
We've had some super consolation matches here. As we move on now, we will see. What will we see here? We're going to have a forfeit at heavyweight. We just had a forfeit on mat number 1, which at 180. At 200 and wait, we're going to see what happens here. We just had a forfeit. Maybe one of the wrestlers dropped out. We're waiting for the announcement here. This is Ed. We're going to move into the 215-pound weight class. This is Ed Green here from West Deffert. He has a 17-7 record. And Mike Shomo from Gateway with a 19-6 record. Ed Green advanced to the semifinals with a win over Tony D'Angelo from Glassboro. And Shomo advanced to the semifinals this afternoon with a win over Matt Less from Pittman. Matt Friel beat Shomo in the semifinals by pin, and Troy Bennett, the great 215-pounder from Paulsboro, with a 29-0 record, pinned Ed Green in 35 seconds. As we take a little time out here for injury, as the trainer comes out to look at Ed Green, may have gotten poked in the eye there.
missed it too.
Steve Andershevsky, the net table, please. Steve Andershevsky, the net table.
Okay, back to that forfeit. That was the forfeit at heavyweight. That was John Hatchell from Clearview taking the forfeit. He was the 4th seed in the heavyweight match. And he did not have an opponent because the Pittman wrestler, Mike Beto, was disqualified in the semifinal match in his match against Matt Ballesteri from West Defford. So John Hatchell advances to the Region 8 Wrestling Tournament, a heavyweight division, via the forfeit. He wins by default, actually. And back to this match. Ed Green is still having some problems with his eye. As we're coming to the conclusion here of the consolation round, what'll happen here is one of the mats will be taken up and they'll pull the one mat to the center, and we'll get ready to roll for the finals. So stay tuned. We're going to see some super finals here coming up shortly. Actually, it looks like they're taping Ed Green's head right now. He may have a cut. Tape him up. He's going to look tough after this one. Ed Green is a senior for West Defford, so it's his last chance. They figure if he does have a cut, he'd like to try to finish this match. It's his last chance to move on to regions and advance in his career here. As Shomo gets back to the center of the mat and anticipating Ed Green's return to the center. Shomo has an impressive 34-21 record. He's also a senior. Lives in Westville, New Jersey, and attends Gateway Regional High School. And here we go. Action has started, and it didn't take long for Ed Green to get the takedown. So he leads 2-0 now with a minute left in the first period. Shomo trying to stand up, but Green has him locked up, and he's trying to do a Merkle and try to put Shomo on his back, and Shomo didn't allow it. And now Shomo has the bear hug, and he's got Green in some trouble. As all the fans back up because they're coming real close here to the stands. Shomo in on a single leg. He may not have enough room to finish it as they're close to the out of bounds line. Shomo trying to pull Green back in, and he does. He gets the 2-point. So Shomo now takes a 3-2 lead with just 15 seconds left in the first period. Shomo on top from Gateway doing a great job of coming back here. And Green with just 10 seconds left does a great inside switch and takes the lead himself with a 4-3 lead here at the end of the first period. Green does a great inside switch and he takes the lead. He still looks like he's having some problems with his head there. I'm sure that's not real comfortable to have all that tape around your head and try to wrestle. As we go into the second period, Green takes the down position and he has the lead 4-3. Shomo on top. The 215-pound weight class. And another great switch by Green and gets another 2. So he's up 6-4 now because he releases Shomo and allows him to get the escape. Shomo trying to rush and tie. Green steps in and tries to single. A minute and 20 seconds left in the second period. This is the last match here at 215 pounds because of the forfeited heavyweight. And then we'll see our finals. A minute and 8 seconds left. Green still leading this match. Green in the green. And Shomo in the blue. Both wrestlers tying up right now. Don't want to make a mistake. A tight 215-pound match here. Coach Rolfe yelling to Green to take a shot as he tries to duck under. Not able to finish it though. Green with the underhook, but doesn't want to make any mistakes here. He has a 6-4 lead. And Shomo in on a double, and he gets a 2 and ties the match up at 6. With 30 seconds left, we have a tie match here at 215 pounds. And Shomo shows a lot of heart and comes back in this one. Shomo trying to power half, and he wants more. He's trying for a pin here. He's going for back points, and Ed Green's not moving too much on bottom. He's going to have to do some moving, or he's going to be warned for stalling here. Both wrestlers putting out a super effort. As we come to the conclusion of the second period, it's a tie match. With just 2 minutes left in the match, Shomo will get choice, and he takes the down position. Right now, usually the down position is the advantage that you want in the third period. So Shomo has the advantage as he takes the down position. Unless Green can turn him, Green won't be able to score any points. It's usually easier to get out from bottom than it is to turn a man from top. And Shomo trying that Green trying to Merkle again. That seems to be his favorite move. He couldn't quite get it last time, and he just elects to let Shomo go, and he says, I'm going to win this match. I'm going to win it on my feet. So Shomo takes the 7-6 lead. And he loses his balance a little bit, and Green freight trains him as they go out of bounds, and the fans love to see this kind of action. Little excitement. Good sportsmanship. There wasn't anything unsportsmanlike about it, which was great. Just good old aggressive wrestling. Don't forget, this is a very important match for both wrestlers. You win this match, you go on. You lose, you go home. A Shomo in on a single. He has a 6-7. He has a 1-point lead, and he's going for more. Can he finish it? Green's not letting him finish it, and now he does finish it. So he gets the 2-point takedown, which extends his lead to 9-6 with 45 seconds left in the third period. Don't forget, Green has that nice inside switch, and he does it. He gets the escape, but makes it a 9-7 match with 35 seconds left as they go out of bounds. Comes down to this right here. Green needs a takedown. Green from West Deptford in the green needs a takedown here with 30 seconds left to tie this match. Just 15 seconds left on the clock. Green has to do something quick. And there's a point awarded to Green for Shomo stalling. So it's a 9-8 match with 5 seconds left, and Green goes in for the single leg. And he gets the 2. He gets the 2 and wins the match. He's going to win 10-9. with less than a second left on the clock. And Coach Ralph Ross loves it as he gives his wrestler a hug and he says, baby, you're going to the Region 8 tournament. And it's a shame for Shomo because he had green there with 10 seconds left, and what a super effort by both wrestlers. As we end the consolation round, and we'll be back with the finals. This is Nick Mitcho for Comcast Cable. We'll see you in a little while for the finals.